Hey everybody, all my Facebook friends, how's everybody doing? Y'all, my tripod is, I think it's about had it. It's so funny, y'all. I've had to take a piece. I took my hot glue gun and I had to like put some hot glue up there so my phone wouldn't fall off because one of my rubber pieces came off. And, but it's working out. Hey Natalie. So, today I'm going to be painting some picture frames for my niece, Bootsy. That's Angel. When y'all see Angel Kulick, that is my niece. We call her Bootsy. But these are her pictures and she wants the frames painted. So, they're pretty little pictures. They're horses. And she wants the frames painted like a white with antique, you know, a vintage kind of look going on. So I have two of these. Also, she has that one, then she has this one. They're really, really pretty. They're going to really look good with the white frames. Also, I have a secret of mixing your own chalk paint. Well, it's not a secret. You can find the recipe and stuff on Pinterest. But hey, Miss Betty. Hey, Gina. I've been teaching my insiders how to do this as well because I absolutely love it and it saves me from having to run out there and try to find like all different kind of paint colors in the chalk paint. So you can just get any kind of acrylic paint that you have and do this little technique and voila, you got you some chalk paint. Hey Carol, hey Chris. So y'all, I'm not going to keep on getting up and doing that, so if I miss your comments, I'm super sorry. My Facebook's crazy. If I lose sound, comment, let me know. So let's get started. Virtual paint party. I told y'all I was going to get my sign back so y'all can see it. I posted a picture earlier, but this is the vintage Santa that I'm offering the virtual paint party for. It is a big y'all. This is 39 inches tall. Let's see how wide. Let's see how wide it is. It's right at 14 inches wide. So it is a beautiful, beautiful sign that you can add for, you know, with your Christmas decor. And I will teach you, sorry, I heard something. I'll teach you how to put it together, what materials you need, what tools you're going to have, all your supply list with paint colors, how to add texture to it. That's going to be part of the tutorial with the painting part. How to make the 3D little things going on like the mustache and the nose. Everything that you see on the sign, I will be teaching you in that virtual paint party. And like I said, this is not a small sign. This is big. I'm not a shorty, but I'm not like too tall either. But it's big. It's big and beautiful. And it's definitely not as hard as you may think it is. And if it is a little challenging, who doesn't like a challenge? Thank you, Carol, for sprinkling the love. I appreciate it. He's going to be mine. All right, so let's get started with doing some, making some chalk paint. I'm going to scoot y'all down just so y'all can see. Like I said, my tripod, y'all going to have to order me something else because mine's about had it. I went ahead and I taped it off because I was going to just go ahead and take the picture and stuff off the back of them, but I didn't want to mess it all up and I would have to cut the paper, so I just taped it off to make it a little bit easier so I won't have to sit here and try not to get the paint, which I could have easily just wiped it off, but who wants to do that, right? So to start off with, I'm just going to be using ColorPlace white paint. This is satin, and it's exterior paint. You don't have to use it. You can use any acrylic paint to do this, but we're fixing to make some chalk paint. So all I'm going to do, the last time I did this with my group, I had a ton. I mixed way too much, and I actually let it dry up, and I said I was going to put it up somewhere. So I'm just going to start off with a little bit of white paint. Then I'm going to add my plaster of Paris. If you've never heard of this, it's like, it almost has the same texture of like flour. go get you some of this. This is a 4-pound box, and I've had this thing for a couple of years. It lasts us a long time. But I got mine from Lowe's. You can probably get it from Home Depot. Hobby Lobby probably has it as well. So I'm going to start off with 1/4 cup and just kind of go from there. You really just work out your own consistency to see, you know, what you want. And I guess it just is based on how much paint you're using. I got a piece of red. Look like one of those things that come off of my little tinsels. And now you're just going to kind of mix it. I'm just using a paintbrush, and you're going to add some water. And like I said, they have an exact, they got a thing on Pinterest that you can like search DIY like chalk paint. And they've got a recipe on there that gives you like the exact measurements for the paint, exact measurements for your plaster of Paris and water. But yeah, I don't ever measure anything. I just kind of go with it until it gets to be the consistency that I want it, and that's just the way that I roll with it. About the same way I'm doing with cooking, and that might be why half the time it don't turn out right. But anyway, that's something else. Totally different. I'm good with paint. So I'm just mixing it, and you want to make sure that you're getting like the clumps out of it, because it will be a little bit clunky. So I'm just kind of mashing it and just getting it smooth as possible. If you have like a whisk, you can actually do it with a whisk as well. You don't want it to be too like runny. So I'm probably going to add some more of my plaster in here just to try to thicken it up some and go with it. If you can't get all your little clumps out, you know, it's totally fine, but you don't want like big clumps of this stuff in here. So I'm going to add a little bit of plaster. And like I said, you just kind of, you don't want to add too much the first time, because, you know, once it's too much, then you're going to have to add more paint and then more water, and then you're going to wind up with a pile of paint that may dry up like I let mine dry up, and then it's wasted. So just kind of mix it. And we're going to add, I'm thinking maybe some gold, like with an antique bronze around the edges of the frame. And she mentioned something about maybe adding a little bit of gray streaks through it. So we will see. I'm going to start with maybe the bronze around the edges, because I think the bronze around the edges would be really pretty. And it'll kind of have not a lot of sparkle, but it'll have, I don't know, it'll be pretty. And like I said, you just keep on mashing it. Y'all, this is not hard at all. But I'm trying to get the clunks out. It may not be this clunky, but mine's old. Like I said, I've had mine for a couple of years. I probably need to just go get me another box. But it's working though. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. And you see the consistency of it. I mean, it's not runny, but it's not like clunky to where, it's not as thick to where it won't drip off of my paintbrush. You want it to be thick enough to where you're not going to have to put 5 to 6 coats on whatever it is that you're painting. Okay. I'm not even going to worry about that paintbrush. Let me see the comments. Go Clemson. I hear you, Becky. Thank you, Sharon, for sprinkling the love. Hey, Devin and Amanda and Miss Ann, Kim, Christine. You lost me at that sweater. What is that? Amanda, this is chalk paint that I'm mixing up myself by using regular white paint, water, and the plaster of Paris. So if you've never tried it before and you have to run out to buy you chalk paint every time you need a different color, this is amazing. I love this this mix. I love doing it to make my own chalk paint, and it just works really well for me. All right. First time watching one. Hey Trisha, and welcome. So I'm going to use my chip brush. This is an old chip brush that's got paint all inside of it. So Nothing fancy. You don't have to go out there and buy something new. And I'm just going to get it on here. And like I said, I've done taped this off. And I can done see this is going to need at least 3 coats probably. Because I'm not going to put it on here too thick. Because I don't want it to get off of my, I don't want it to get off of my, like run up under my tape. Alright. Has anybody ever like painted over their picture frames to give it a look like they want? I don't think I've ever painted a picture frame before, but I said it can be done. Cool, didn't know that. Yes, Amanda, it is. I love it. It's a lot cheaper too, because the chalk paint's not the cheapest in the world. And if I was to make this a little bit thicker, make it look more like more of a paste, then the coverage of this will be a lot better than what it is now. But and I may wind up adding a little bit more of the plaster to here just to kind of make it more thicker to where it'll cover a little bit better. Because I haven't done anything, I haven't sanded these picture frames or anything. I'm just putting it straight on here with the paint, and that's what I'm going with. If I sanded it, you know how if you use just like regular paint, a lot of times you have to sand it so it'll go on there better. But I haven't even sanded this at all. Alright, so this is definitely going to have another coat. I'm going to set this one to the side and we're going to get the next one. Yeah, so if you know any, excuse me, anybody that likes to use chalk paint, tag them in this video. Share it to your page so they, that they'll see it, because this has saved a lot of money and a lot of time for me having to run out there and buy certain colors with chalk paint, just to get a certain color. And with this, I have so many acrylic paint, I can't even tell you. And all I have to do is add this plaster of Paris to it, and I have chalk paint. It's super, super easy. I'm trying to just smooth it out. When I'm going like long strokes, I'm trying to smooth it. Like I said, I've never painted a picture frame before, but there's always a first time for everything, right? It's coming along pretty fast. It's not taking too long. I think the whole drying process is what's going to take the most time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit them with the blow dryer just to speed this up some. So if y'all have any questions, y'all can be asking away now while I'm drying, and I'll be catching the comments. Let me turn it this way. I'm already liking them better now with the white frames than I did with the brown frames. Hey, Donna. All right, so let's give them a quick dry. And we're going to go over one more time. So we are literally watching paint dry. But it's all good. The end result is going to be so worth it. What is everybody's weather like today? We have had some really pretty weather today. It's been a little bit cool. And of course with chalk paint, if you try to put a coat on there before it's completely dried, it will totally mess your piece up. Especially, because a lot of times you're not sanding down what you're putting it on. from what I've experienced anyway. So you want to make sure that you get each coat real dry before you go over it again. Love your sweatshirt. Love Clemson. Yay, Tammy! I've said this several times. I'm not a football person. I really don't. It doesn't matter with me on the team. But I do wear Clemson, so. Alright, let's make sure it's drying pretty good. And it is. Ooh, that piece over there is not dried. Let's check out this first one. What I should have done, what would have been really pretty, was to do the crackle technique on this. That would have been really good. Alright, so, I don't know if y'all in frame or not. This is the one that's not dry yet. Let me pull this one to the side. Alright, so let's go in with this one. And let's paint it. Trying to stay in view, but... Alright, so let's go ahead and put another coat on here. And if I was using probably a smoother brush, of course my coats would go on there a little bit better too. But this is a very chippy brush. It's old. I've had paint dried up in it. So it don't have like the softest bristles. So it probably wasn't the best paintbrush to grab for this. And when you're using this, if you notice that there's some clumps in it, once you get it on your piece, just take your paintbrush and just kind of mash it on there, and it'll smooth those clumps right out. Alright, so that coat is looking pretty good. And since we are going with the antique look, I don't know, I probably will put one more coat on here. So we're going to have to watch paint dry one more time, y'all. Because I think it's going to need one more coat. I should have made mine a little bit thicker. In which these were some really dark frames too, so. And you want to try to go in the direction that that your frame is. Like these on the edges, of course, they're going this way, so I'm taking my paintbrush going this way. These are this way, and I'm going this way. That always helps no matter what you're painting, if you go with the direction that it's actually going with. I have I have some picture frames that I really need to paint too, so if this turns out really good, I'm probably going to grab my picture frames one day this week and do a little bit of painting on them. Alright, so we're going to let this one dry. This one probably don't need another coat. So this is kind of the way it's going. And I'm touching my edges, and I shouldn't be. So it's already looking way on prettier with these white frames than with the black, or with the dark brown. Let me see. Okay. Alright, see my paint on the bottom? Well, you can't really see it, but it has clunks. But once you put it on here, like I said, you just mash them out and those clunks just disappear. So, don't worry about it if your paint looks clunky when you first put it on there. Just kind of work it through. Just like this. And that coat is pretty good. Okay, now let's get this one. We are about done. Like I said, I may go over that one in one spot. We have to let them dry and then kind of determine if they're going to need another coat or not. Like I said, I really should have made it a little bit thicker with my plaster. And then I probably wouldn't have had to do but probably this coat, and that would have been it. But I didn't make it quite as thick as I needed to. The dogs are barking. Okay. All right, so we've got to dry them, y'all, because I can't go any further until they're completely dried. So let's give them another quick dry. Watch, whoa, little picture frame. Watch paint dry one more time. Let's scoot this one over. So I know this is the boring part, but I'm sorry. You can come back and watch the replay, then you can kind of skip this part. But I've got to get them dried. Have to hit it in some spots, but for the most part it is looking good. And I may wind up sanding off the edges anyway, just to pull out that brown, that dark brown that the picture frame was. That'll give it a good look too. So I may do that. We will see. Hey, Miss Shirley. I have been mixed up some chalk paint and was painting these picture frames. They were a dark brown. And now we're just watching paint dry. So. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hit this one over here. Just a little bit. I see some spots that I want covered a little bit better. Let's see here. And on this side. those of y'all just joining, we are currently watching paint dry. So, but I was putting some, painting some picture frames for my niece. I see my chalk. There we go. Got it fixed. Okay, A and B, Steve, or Stevie. Yeah, the crackle technique would have been really good to do on this. It would have been free to do that. Alright, and it's about dry. Those of you that paint, do y'all find like paint takes forever to dry or longer to dry in cooler temperatures? I find it to take longer to dry when you got cooler temps. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of the bronze here. This is by Deco Art. It is the antique bronze, or the bronze antique. I think I'm going to try using it. Let me back y'all up a little bit more and y'all can probably see. Probably see them a little bit better. So I'm going to try it, and I'm going to use my same chip brush. I'm just going to try to like get some of that paint off on my tablecloth there. And let me grab me a plate. Give it a good little shake. Alright, let's get just a tiny bit because it's not going to take much at all. Hey, Ashley. So, she did say, like maybe some gray, but this is the bronze. I'm going to dip it and kind of just almost get all of it off. And I'm just going to kind of go through it. And this is going to put just a little bit of sparkle, not much, on here. And kind of antique it up. And I'm probably going to hit around the edges a little bit more than I'm hitting like on the top part here. And then if you get it and you hit it in some spots a little bit too much, the thing with this chalk paint, it is easy to sand. So you don't have to worry about like getting it too dark, because you can always come and sand it off. Alright, so this is it so far. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but it's antique pretty good. And now I'm going to try to hit my edges a little bit more. And what I'm talking about, my edges, like these frames have like the little indentation here. So I'm going to take kind of just the tip of my paintbrush, get it off. I'm going to try to hit in there a little bit more. Just like that in some spots. And then try to like blend it in. Alright, so I'm not liking that look. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is may try to leave it like it is, and then I'm going to come and I'm going to sand that white off and bring that brown out. That's what I think is really going to bring it out. So let me try one and let's see. Yep. I'm really liking the brown coming through. Y'all see that brown coming through? I like the brown coming through better than anything I've done so far with trying to antique it up. Y'all see that? That's really bringing it out. So let's do that around both of them. Alright, and I think I'm going to go and just hit some other spots on here. Just like that, and kind of bring it out. We're just trying to give it that chippy antique look. And even if you have, instead of sanding it so much, you could probably take, I wish I had like a chipper thingy, but maybe like a screwdriver, and it kind of chips it off for you. You can kind of do it that way too, and like on the flat surfaces, not like around the edges. You can't do it like that around the edges. Which, I mean, I guess you can, but this would just kind of give it that chippiness too. And it's a little bit faster than trying to sand through all those coats of paint. Let's put a little bit of scratches on the right here. Nothing big or major. Just some. Kind of rough it up, make it look like it, you know, it should have some oldness coming through. Okay, so now let's get the edges on this one. I'm just going to sand over it just to kind of smooth that chalk paint out. And any spots that I felt like I hit with the gold a little bit too much, kind of just tone it down some. Now let's get it, let's just use the blow dry. Let's see. Is there any questions? Hey, Sarah. All right, let's take the tape off. Ooh, y'all. If you can see around the edge here, it has like a, I don't know, like a brownish, old kind of look to it. There's a bug. Let me get their little price tags off of here. I have to get some alcohol to kind of get the stickiness off of it. But yeah, y'all go, if y'all go out to get like, some, what you call them things, y'all? Yard sales or stuff like that. If y'all see any pictures that you like, but you do not like the frame, you can always paint those suckers. Okay. I am liking these. Bootsy Lou, are you still on here, girlfriend? Does the homemade chalk paint wear it as well as others? Can it go on without the sanding and prep? Yes, I did not sand these, and they had that really smooth finish, and I didn't sand them at all. I just did a little bit of sanding afterwards, just to kind of just to make it look a little bit more rustic. I'm fixing to add a little bit more right there. Alright, so this is it. Y'all see how chippy it looks? I should have took a before and after picture. But see like the edges there? And then that's where the bronze. So these, yeah, those look really pretty. I like them way on better than I did the brown. Picture frame. Let me see if I can come a little bit closer and turn this light down just a little bit. And you may be able to see a little bit better. Let's see. So you see how it is? And then you have like the little chippiness up here, look, going on. So, and then the antique is like with the antique bronze there. But I like them. All right, well, thank y'all for joining me. I know we had to watch paint dry for a while, but like I said, it would be worth it at the end. They are pretty. I really like them better with the white frames. So thank y'all so much, and remember my virtual paint party that's going on to paint the beautiful vintage Santa. If you haven't seen it, I have a pin post to the top of my page. Easy checkout. All you have to do is click that link that's provided. The deadline to be part of this is the 28th, because the 29th and the 30th is when we're going to get busy in that group. So be sure to join. And those of you that join will get a special invitation to join my Inside Scoop in November if you want to. So that's awesome as well. Hey, Miss Lori. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Susie, for joining. Did you spray or seal the Santa? Yes, Sarah, I have sprayed it. I sprayed it just with the Rust-Oleum spray. I sure did. Just for added protection. So does anybody have any questions before I hop off of here? Which is a blast. Yes, Jessie. Jessie's one of my insiders, and we have a good time in there, and we create more than just door hangers. So it is way more than just, door hangers. I mean, we do a craft each month that is always super awesome and fun, and a lot of other stuff. The community is what's amazing too. Okay, I'm done with my questions. Sarah, no problem. When you got questions, you ask away. Alright, so I will see y'all later. I don't know if I'm going to get on here later on this week, but I do have a new truck template that I'm going to be posting to the website soon. And as soon as I do that, I'm probably going to come live and paint it, but I'm not sure on what date, so I'm not going to say a date or promise or say I'm going to be back this week. Lots of laughs, that's the best part. We have a fun group. Yay! So if y'all see like some of my insiders is on here rooting me on and telling y'all how fun the group is. So yeah, y'all be sure to join the virtual paint party. If you have any questions, you can contact me and I'll be happy to answer. So until the next time, everybody, I will see y'all later.